What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in to watch this live today or the replay, regardless of whichever day you're tuning in to watch this. Welcome to my stream today, where I'm going to be talking about the importance of basically focusing on also not only your goals, but also looking at how far you've come in your journey. Okay. So first of all, introduction. My name is Eva. I'm an intuitive healer. I do work with two modalities, one of which is based on working with Akashic records, and it's called Soul Element. And the second one is called Quantum Flow, which is all about rewiring your nervous system and rewiring your unconscious beliefs and patterns that have been running your life, that have been programming the things that you attract from the external reality, and just helping you tap into your highest potential with these two beautiful modalities. But I'm going to be explaining more of that at the end of this live. So make sure you tune in until the end to get a chance to understand what these two modalities are. And I'm also going to be sharing a link of a presentation I did not too long ago that will really help you go deeper into understanding why these two modalities can actually help accelerate your healing process and help you create an incredible experience for yourself in this reality. Okay. But all of that at the end of this live. Okay. So, first of all, I love starting my lives by sharing more. First of all, sharing my lesson for the week. I did not go live last week because I uploaded this particular workshop I just mentioned earlier, where I was talking about redefining spirituality and understanding your soul's true nature. So we're all spiritual beings just having a physical experience. Only that the illusion that's created in this reality we live in is basically that some of the we're made up of energy, right? And you can actually dive deep into this when you go into quantum physics and really do a deep dive into that. In fact, last year there are Nobel Peace Prize winners who actually won the Nobel Peace Prize for proving that we are living in a simulated reality, which is a beautiful thing to read about because the ancients, all the spiritual texts have been talking about this, but clearly the world we live in is so focused on you have to prove sure it's evidence, and they were actually able to prove that we are living in an illusion, in an illusionary world that doesn't exist. It's only that we see it as physical, but we're looking at illusion. Okay, so I'm not going to be explaining more on that. You can do your own research. Okay, I'm going to should be sharing a lesson that I've really been learning to embody, that I'm still embodying until now. I think embodiment of certain lessons can be a lifelong journey depending on how long it takes for you to integrate certain things within yourself and releasing old patterns. Okay. So 2 weeks ago on my last live, right, I tried something new. I tried to do a meditation, a quantum flow meditation live, and I had tested everything beforehand. Tested the sound, I tested everything, like making sure that the people could hear the music and all of that. I had done all of that, and then I go to the live, and I happened to mess up with the settings of the sound. And during the live, when I was doing the meditation, I was really flowing, really tapping into, the words and all of that. And then only to check the recording later. And it just came out as jumbled up words, like you could not even hear anything. And it was really I want to say embarrassing because it's live, so you can't change anything when you're live, and anyone who's tuning in to watch that particular replay or that live will have seen me fumble in that way. And I'll be honest, like it really, I want to say it affected me in a certain way, but there was literally nothing much I could do because as YouTube goes, um, which has actually reminded me a lesson that I did not, I forgot to do. Last time I should have recorded the session as I was going live. I normally don't record because it's immediately uploaded on YouTube. But what I didn't know is that to get access to that live, it takes some time for YouTube to fully upload it. So I could not edit it out. I could not touch that video. I couldn't do anything with it. I had to leave it there and leave my mistake or my failure in that live to be seen by everyone who tuned in to watch that. And some people did tune in to watch it. And I want to say just allowing myself to sit with that failure was a powerful process. And this is what most people do. That the minute they fail, their first reaction is always like, oh, this is not for me. Oh, I'm never going to try this again. Everyone made fun of me. There is such judgment and such shame and guilt that actually take people away from the path they're supposed to be on just because they failed initially. And one of the beautiful lessons that I tapped into in the last 2 weeks was that, when a child starts to learn how to walk, of course, they don't get it right the first time round. They're going to stand up and then fumble, fall, and fall down and all. And that happens again and again until finally they gain the confidence to actually stand on their own and take those first initial steps. But it's never like one time. Okay, for most kids, I would say maybe there's some kids who actually just get it right on the first time. But for some of them, yes, they do feel the fear, but they keep on trying until they get it right because it's the natural progress of life. And this kind of attitude that a child, an infant has, is essentially the attitude that we need to incorporate within our adult experiences with anything that you're starting or tapping into that is new, even if it's something you've done over and over again. It doesn't mean that just because you failed the first time round that that thing was not meant for you. So when you embody that mindset of a child that you're going to keep on showing up again and again until you get it right, that beautiful attitude can take you so far in life. Okay, most people, they fail initially and they give up on everything. They walk away and never look at that thing again. And mostly it's usually because it's not even the judgment of others. Because, yes, maybe people might laugh at you, maybe people might talk about you, but most people are too self absorbed. They're not going to be thinking about your failure a day later or so. When they talk about it, they might focus on it for just a while and then they forget. But you, on the other hand, you're going to punish yourself for the rest of your life over some simple mistake or a mistake that can happen to anyone, right? Mistakes happen all the time. And I think if we all practice that, creating a beautiful space for non-judgment, for compassion, for understanding for each other, and understanding that we are all human at the end of the day. And being human means that, yes, we're going to encounter failures at some point. So make peace with that and send yourself love and compassion, right? Forgive yourself for any mistake. And most importantly, don't stop getting up. Always keep showing up until you get it right, because the more and more you show up, the more and more you actually embody that new technique or new activity you're trying to tap into. And within no time, you'll be an expert in that. And I'll give myself as an example. I could not do this live just a couple of months ago. This is something that I avoided for so many years until I started and I was like, okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. And I kept showing up and I kept showing up and I kept showing up and aiming to be better. And I mentioned this so much in my life that I think it's a reminder that people need to hear over and over again that it is okay. You don't have to get it right the first time round, but keep showing up. And the more you do it, the more and more you start now becoming an expert in whatever it is that you're trying to tap into. So that's literally the lesson that I've been embodying for the last 2 weeks. And let me know your thoughts on this. And also do share with me what lessons and how much you've grown in the last 1 week. My biggest value right now is growth and transformation and being a better version of myself, which is what I'm going to be talking about in this live, okay? So today's live is inspired by, um, there's a certain challenge I'm doing with a friend of mine. It's called 21 Days Abundance Challenge by Deepak Chopra. And basically, it involves daily meditation, daily journaling tasks that you're supposed to do. Okay, you're encouraged to do, or it's compulsory for you to do to really get involved with the 21 days process, right? But basically, it's journaling and meditation that you do on a daily basis for the next 21 days. Each day with its own task, each day with its own meditation. It's a beautiful practice. The first time I did this practice was in 2022. And to be honest, back then I was doing it again with a couple of friends of mine, a group. We were doing it as a group. But then I'll say that I really had not understood, or I was not really involved with the task as per se. So back then in 2022, I had a lot of judgment and a lot of, I want to standoffish attitude. Okay. So I was doing it just to kind of like, yeah, I was curious about it. It was fun to do it, but I wasn't really involved in the process. Okay. But I did do the task because that is what I committed to when I joined in or signed up for this process with my friends. Okay. So we did it for 21 days, did the journaling task and all of that. And I've never looked at that thing again. My friends who have been tapping into it in and out, but I was not into it. So I wasn't feeling it. But this year, I got invited by a friend of mine to try it again. So we're doing it concurrently with my friend. Okay. And I'm looking at the task right now and what I'm journaling about. And I actually took the time to go and look at, because I have a record of what I was journaling about in 2022. And there is such a huge, massive shift that I hadn't even noticed. Because when I'm looking at my journals for 2022 for this task, my mindset back then, the kind of relationships I had in my life right now, the kind of things I was worried about in my life at that moment, they're completely gone. Okay, I released so many of the relationships. I released so many of those things that were not serving me in 2022 that I was so worried about back then. And right now, I'm literally sitting here looking at myself and thinking, like, what changed? Because I honestly, I didn't even know that something had actually shifted. Yes, I do keep track, but to look at yourself 2 years ago, okay? And this is what I want you to encourage you to start doing for yourself. The reason why you need to start tracking your progress. Because what we've been wired to do by this society is to focus so much on what we're trying to achieve. Like, okay, so now what's the next step? What's the next step in my business, in my career, in my finances, my relationship? Like, we're always trained so much to focus on the future and then do whatever task that we're supposed to do to get there. Okay. But rarely do people actually sit down to reflect on how far they've come. So you find now those feelings of shame and guilt when people are comparing themselves to where they think they should be, or they're comparing themselves to the people around them and seeing like, I'm not where that person is. But you haven't stopped to actually analyze that you're not even the same person that you were a year ago or 2 years ago. And this is why I love journaling. I love tracking literally each and every area of my life, the ones I can anyway. Because when you do this, and in those moments that you're being hard on yourself, in those moments that you're feeling the shame and the guilt for maybe the failures or the mistakes you've made, or maybe how, not achieving the goal you had intended to achieve. When you look back at your records and seeing where you were a year ago or 2 years ago, you're going to see a massive shift in your consciousness, in how you show up in the world. And you're not able to see that if you're stuck in the feeling of judgment of self. And this is a practice that I want to encourage you to start tapping into right now, going forward. We started off the year. I feel like beginning of year was just a couple of days ago. I don't know if you're watching me. Like, I love to know your thoughts. I think time has flew by so fast. We're already in September 2024. So do you remember your resolutions for 2024 and what you had promised yourself you're going to do this year? You only have 3 more months, 3.5 months left to actually tap into that. So, how far have you gone with that, with your New Year's resolutions, with your New Year's task, and all of that, whatever that is? Okay, remember those goals you had set for yourself, like this year I'm going to accomplish this and all that. How far have you gone on that? And allow for you to just get raw and raw with yourself. The most important thing is that when you're doing this process, is not to judge yourself. This is where you're at, okay? Maybe you've not done anything health-wise. Maybe you haven't looked at any of your careers and all of that. That's fine, okay? We're not judging ourselves in this. Judgment should not be in this process. Because what judgment does is that it keeps you stuck in the past and it keeps you stuck in the feeling of shame and guilt, and you never actually progress forward. So you're constantly be looking at who you are in the past, like, oh, I didn't do this. I didn't. Who cares? You didn't do it, okay, but what can you do about it right now? That's what I want you to focus on. And also celebrate your wins. If you've actually taken steps to grow, celebrate that. Even if it's such a minute change. Even if you just say that maybe you're going to be waking up at 5 a.m. and you've only managed to wake up at 6 a.m. and maybe last year you're waking up at 7 a.m. If you've improved, regardless of how minute it might be. And remember, that is a matter of perspective, right? So for someone else, it might look like such a small shift. It does not matter for you. If you've changed, it's your definition of that. Okay. Celebrate whatever that is for you. Celebrate yourself. And even if you're looking at yourself this year that you haven't really done everything that you intention to do, probably if you look at yourself of who you are in 2023, in 2022, and all of that, and start going back, you will realize that something has shifted within you. Okay, so celebrate that as well. And once you determine that and giving gratitude to that, now I want you to sit down and look at the next 3 months and how are you going to show up for yourself in this next 2 months? Because you can actually do a lot if you intention at this very moment that I'm gonna start on working on whatever goals, whatever tasks I had intention to work on this year. I'm gonna start right now. So much can shift. I'm not saying that you're attached so much to your deadline being this by December 31st, I need to be here. No, go in with the flow. Don't put certain conditions because that just creates so much unnecessary pressure for yourself. So once you determine whatever it is that you can start working on right now, and please take action. Not for you to sit down and just write a list and then boom, goes back to what you did with the New Year's resolution or the New Year's goals you had set for yourself. No, we're taking action. What new action can I take right now? What new action can I take tomorrow? And go and do it. Don't think about it. Don't journal about it. Actually take action, regardless of how small it is. As long as what I want you to do is that I want you to focus on being a better version of yourself on a daily basis. So the person you're competing against is against the person you were yesterday, the person you were a moment ago. Be better. It doesn't matter what point you're tapping in to watch me. If you decide at this moment that I'm going to be better starting now, start now. Okay, and keep doing that over and over again. So what I normally do, I love tools, so I love tracking everything. Okay, so it's setting daily intentions for yourself. And if you check one of my lives, there are some journal prompts that I have shared. So you can go check out my live videos, my playlist, and you'll see there's some journal questions I had and encourage people to tap into. Set your intentions for beginning of day. What do you hope to accomplish that day? Actually write it down. You can do this practice at the end of the day or beginning of the day, whatever works for you, so that you actually have a clear mindset that at the end of today, I'm going to have accomplished this. And once you have that, also at the end of the day, by all means, please be raw and real with yourself. Did you actually accomplish that? If not, then set that intention again until you actually accomplish that, okay? Because you won't get it right the first time round. Your ego mind, anytime you try to do anything new, it always will fight you back, okay? Remember, your ego, again, designed to make you survive whatever means necessary. So the minute you step out of that little comfort zone that you've been in for such a long time, it will fight you back with everything it's got. So it doesn't matter if you try, set an intention today, you didn't meet it, you try again tomorrow, and just keep doing that. Whatever step you can take, but by all means, make sure you're actually moving forward and not just stuck where you've been. So this darkness is what has actually contributed to you not having accomplished anything this current year. Okay, so track your daily intentions. What I normally do is that I have an Excel sheet where I have a list of tasks, my daily non-negotiables that I'm supposed to tap into daily. And that's what I track from beginning of month to the end of the month. Okay. So for you, if your current area of life that you want to work on is maybe your health, then maybe you can start tracking did I exercise today? Okay. Track the amount of time you took and all of that. I'm just giving you suggestion. You can track your measurements. You can track your body measurements and all of that. You can track your for that, I think you can do monthly. For daily, maybe you can say, did I eat vegetables? Did I fast? Did I drink enough water and all of that? Did I take my supplements? Whatever that is for you and how you aim to become a healthier version of yourself. Start tracking that progress. Have an Excel sheet, okay? So every day, at the end of the day, you'll be going through the list and saying, okay, I did this, I did this, and did this. Whatever you failed on, make sure the next day you're tapping into that and start looking at that. Because the minute you now start getting raw and real with yourself. What most people do is that once they fail, they don't want to look at the fail again. Okay. So they don't want to do the tracking because the tracking will now, it will be in their face. I actually haven't done anything. But this is the best way to really reprogram your mind to get you focused on what you're supposed to be doing. Because if now in your mind is, I have this things I need to accomplish tomorrow, and they're already imprinted in your mind, somehow that's going to actually motivate you to show up because you don't want to show up on that Excel and click X, X, X for each day. You want to be given a tick for each day. I did this, I did this, I did this. And that can go for each and every of your life, okay? So track daily, whatever area of your life you want to work on. If it's maybe a new relationship or something that you want to tap into, you can aim to, did I treat my partner good today? Did I say something nice to them? Did I leave them a note or something? Just that, whatever it is that's going to help you improve your relationship. Did I check on my friends? Did I call them to set up a meetup for this month and all of that? Track that for yourself. Every day analyze whatever that is for you. And at the end of the month, it's looking back at what you've actually accomplished in that month and then setting out the goals for each month, okay? And you keep tracking that, trust me, by the end of the year, you're going to be so much better than who you are right now. But you have to start right now, not tomorrow, not the next day, but at this moment that you're watching, okay? So those are my thoughts today, and let me know your thoughts on this. Okay, and I love to know your suggestion on how you are actually gonna start working on yourself and becoming a better version of yourself starting now, not tomorrow, not the next day, but actually now. Okay, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and also let me know what you're working on, and let's collectively bring that energy of this is what I'm working on, and let's inspire us to keep showing up for each other. The other beautiful thing you can do is get people to hold you accountable, okay? Because as long as for some people that self-determination is really hard. I understand that. It takes a lot for you to pull yourself out of that. So we might need people to help us keep us on track. So whoever that's gonna be, could be your partner, could be your friends and all of that. Let someone hold you accountable. If it means having a meetup weekly and going through your list of what you've accomplished, it could be monthly, it could be weekly, whatever works for you. But actually sharing each other's tasks, sharing each other's goals, and then reflecting on that at the end of the week or at the end of the month, how much have I accomplished? And really getting real with yourself. Again, creating a non-judgment space. I didn't do this, I failed on this, but I'm going to be better. And trust me, the more you actually have people holding you accountable, you do not want to show up on those calls and report on your failures. I don't know, there's something that happens in your mind the minute other people are looking at you. It just encourages you to show up for yourself in a way that you might not be able to do for yourself. Because with yourself, you can lie to yourself from morning to evening. Our ego can really lie to us, like, no, you're doing good, and probably you're not. But the minute you're saying it out loud to someone else, and you have that sense that they're looking at me, you have to show up. So even if you fail on the first try, the next try, I kid you not, something will have shifted because you don't want to be reporting to your friends or whoever that is that I still didn't honor my commitments. Okay. So those are my suggestions for you. Let me know your thoughts on this down below, and let's support each other in growing and evolving, becoming the best version of ourselves. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. If you do like the kind of content I share out here, make sure that you subscribe, and also click on the notification bell that's next to the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any time I go live, regardless of when that is going to be. Okay. And I want to actually we're going to do the meditation again. So I'm going to try this again. I'm leading by example. Remember the example I shared at the beginning of this live that I tried it 2 weeks ago, didn't go so great. So we're going to do that again. Hopefully everything goes right. If it does not, oh well, I tried again, and we're going to get it right the next time. And we'll see. So I'm going to go off camera just to help you tap into the meditation space, okay? So whatever you're doing right now, I just want you to just make sure you're seated in a comfortable position, whatever that means for you. Could be on a chair. If possible, let your feet actually touch the ground, because that can actually really help you ground in this moment and connect to the now moment. Not tomorrow, what you've done or what you haven't done, but the now moment, okay? So if you can place your feet on the ground, I'd encourage you to do that. Otherwise, let me start the share, and hopefully things actually go right this time, okay? Crossing my fingers. If they do not, I did my best. And we're going to do it again and again until we actually get it right. So, computer audio, share the music. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear the song. Okay, so that is shared. And I'm going to go off camera just to help you tap into a meditative space so that my face doesn't confuse things. So just a minute just to set everything up, making sure you're releasing any tension that's in any part of your body right now. You're tapping into this meditation to first of all celebrate your wins for this day, how far you've come, how much you've grown, just helping you tap into being the best version of yourself. Okay? So make sure you're seated comfortably on a chair, feet touching the ground if possible. If not, you can just make sure you're lying down, no tension, making sure you're fully relaxed, okay? And from this space, I'm going to invite you to just close your eyes, connecting to the now moment by taking a deep breath in, inhaling all the way into your belly, feeling your belly be fully expanded with this beautiful breath. And when you exhale, I want you to exhale and let go of any tension that's in your body right now. Inhaling deeply all the way into your belly, letting this beautiful breath fill every cell of your being. Exhaling and releasing any tension that you're still carrying within the day. And keep tapping into this breath as you're going through this practice. It will help you to stay grounded and present in the moment. Keep breathing deeply and exhaling through your nose, knowing that you're fully supported, fully grounded, fully present in this moment. Keep breathing deeply in and out through your nose, allowing yourself to be relaxed in the now moment. And to help you ground further into this moment, I'm going to invite you to visualize, feel, or know that there's a red laser beam connecting you down from the base of your spine all the way down, down, down to the crystalline center of Mother Earth. It doesn't matter if you can visualize it, just know by setting the intention that it is already done, that you're connected to the grounding, loving, supporting energy of the earth. And on your next inhale, I want you to visualize this energy coming all the way from the center of the earth into your feet and drawing all the way up into your heart, holding this breath in your heart, connecting to that loving support from Mother Earth. I celebrate every win that I've experienced in my life till this very moment. Hold it for as long as it feels comfortable for you. And whenever you're ready, you can exhale now through the mouth and release everything that's not aligned to your highest self. And keep tapping into that breath, visualizing yourself, breathing in the supportive energy of Mother Earth all the way into your heart, connecting into deep gratitude for this very moment, for everything that you've accomplished, everything that you will accomplish going forward. Holding that breath in your heart for as long as you can, tapping into the feeling of joy that's within you right now. And when you exhale, releasing any form of judgment that you might be holding on to for everything that you have not achieved yet. Keep tapping into that breath, tapping into gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I celebrate every win. I celebrate every step that I've taken to become the person that I am today. Knowing that whatever steps I've taken until now have been bringing me closer to my true self. Keep tapping into that breath, inhaling and feeling the love and support of Mother Earth, supporting you in this moment. Tap into your true nature. From this space, I also want you to visualize your connection to the heavens, to the stars, to the central sun of this universe. Feeling the love and supporting energy from your divine guidance, holding you in this loving space of non-judgment, full love and acceptance of self. And as you're inhaling, I want you to visualize this energy coming through your crown and all the way into your heart, tapping again into the love and the support that you're being provided by your higher guidance right now. Hold it in your heart, giving deep gratitude for that love and support. Then exhale any form of judgment, any form of belief system that wants you keep you anchored in who you are in the past. Keep inhaling again, inhaling all this love and support from your divine guidance into your heart and hold it. Feeling that joy of every win, every success that you've tapped into your life. Celebrating yourself for all the times you've taken the brave step out of your comfort zone. And when you exhale, just exhale and release any shame and guilt you felt for any of your failures. I'm going to allow you to keep connecting to that with that intention. I am tapping into my full potential right now. You can place your hand on your heart if that feels good for you. But as you're doing this, I want you to really keep tapping into the breath. Don't forget to breathe. And just let your higher self guide you into tapping into whatever you need to release right now. Asking for your higher self and their higher guidance to help you in healing all those aspects of yourself that have not allowed you to move forward in life. Letting go of any thoughts that suggest that you are not enough. Letting go of any thoughts that suggest that you can't achieve what you desire. Allowing your higher self, your divine guidance, to help you transform whatever fear has been keeping you stuck, transforming it into strength. Keep breathing deeply, asking your higher self also to help you release any doubts you've had about your journey ahead and turn that into certainty. Inhaling the empowering belief system that you want to embody going forward. Exhaling any hesitation that has kept you stuck, unable to move forward on your path. Keep breathing deeply, in and out. From this space, in your next inhalation, I want you to inhale and visualize a beautiful golden light expanding in your heart, radiating all that you are or that you're going to become. Hold it into your heart, remembering that I shine brightly in my personal power. I am always growing, always evolving. Hold into the breath for as long as it feels comfortable for you. And exhale through your mouth, releasing again anything that goes against who you are supposed to be. Keep tapping into this breath, visualizing your heart expanding with beautiful golden light. Tapping into your intention. I am always growing. I am always evolving. Holding it for as long as you can. And then exhaling through your mouth. Knowing that whatever you're doing right now is helping you tap into your highest, best version of yourself. And from this space, I want you to just tap into what new action can I take going forward that will help me accomplish whatever I intend to accomplish in my life in this year, in this month, in this week, regardless of when you're tuning in to watch this. And just get a sense of whatever answer comes up for you. You're not forcing it. Remember that when your soul is speaking to you, it's always a whisper, and only you can hear it. But to hear it, you have to allow your mind to be silent. So keep tapping into the breath, focusing on this question on what new step can I take today to fully align with everything that I'm calling in. And whatever step that is, I want you to just get a sense of what that is right now. And as you're breathing deeply, connecting into your spirit through your heart, I want you to just visualize what that step will entail in your mind's eye. That feels difficult for you. You can also allow yourself to think of what little steps can you take each day that will make this big step easier for you. And also from this space, visualizing the outcome that you're hoping to accomplish, either at the end of this week, at the end of this month, or at the end of this year, whatever feels good for you in this moment. Hold on to that vision in your mind's eye, letting your higher self inspire you into dreaming the best dream for yourself. And allow yourself to flow with this energy of growth, making a commitment to yourself that I am committing to this path right now, trusting in my own power to accomplish every goal that I set out for myself. I am committed to becoming my best self every day. Feel what that commitment feels like for you right now. Who do you need to be to embody this new identity that you want to call in for yourself? Visualizing it, feeling into it, or just simply tapping into the knowing state. I am committed to becoming my best self every day. Keep tapping into that dream, that visualizations of your desires and goals manifesting right in front of you. Feeling the energy of this manifestation surrounding you, and feeling into the space that you provide them for them, and tapping into gratitude and trust in this beautiful space that you're holding for your dreams, your desires, and your goals, knowing that you deserve every blessing that is coming your way. Again, keeping your attention on the breath, breathing deeply into your belly, feeling the expansion in every cell of your being, holding space for your dreams. Exhale again and release anything that might be left over that wants to hold you back from who you're supposed to be. And now giving thanks to yourself for showing up for this meditation, and giving gratitude to your higher self for inspiring the next few steps you need to take going forward. And also give gratitude to whatever path unfolds for you starting now. Asking you to trust in the process. And remember to celebrate yourself with every step you take along this path. And now I'm going to invite you to start coming back into the room, to the now moment. I'm going to count you back in, coming back into the present moment in 5, 4. You can start wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. 3, 2. Coming back into the room, knowing that you've done everything you needed to do to release everything you needed to release. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And 1. Okay. So hopefully that actually went well. So for anyone who's just listened to that meditation, I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Please comment down below and let me know if it actually helped and what kind of support that you need going forward, okay? So like I said, I'm going to end the live by sharing more about the work that I do, which is soul element and quantum flow, and what they actually are. And I'm actually going to share a screen, just a beautiful presentation that I've done to help you really understand what it is that I actually do and how I can actually help you tap into your best self, okay? So, problem of going live, I tell you. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. What is soul realignment, okay? So soul realignment basically is our spiritual healing modality that is embodied or based on actually working with the Akashic records, okay? It involves accessing your personal Akashic records. And yes, everyone does have, every soul that exists has an Akashic records that exists in the 5th dimensional aspects of ourselves, okay? And the beauty about soul realignment, or how it differs from other Akashic records modalities, is that it really helps you to understand the nature of your soul, your unique nature, your unique soul gifts, your unique purpose, what you're supposed to do, and how you're supposed to experience this physical reality. The core principles of soul alignment is that, first of all, the kind of information that you get from having a reading is actually practical information that you can incorporate into your daily life by making new choices, taking new actions. And the more and more you do that, the more and more you align to who you are at soul level, the more and more you awaken your full potential, who you were supposed to be. Most of the mistakes or most of the experiences that you've had in this lifetime are actually based on past life mistakes we made. And we keep on repeating the same mistakes again because your soul is attempting to release those karmic patterns from its blueprint. And soul realm alignment can actually help you identify those patterns that you have been repeating, even in the now, and helping you to release them by making you aware of what those choices are so that now you are empowered to make different choices going forward and really taking control of your life, because everything that you have currently in your life right now, you created it, and you can sit here and reject that ideology and all of that, but true healing only begins once you start taking responsibility for yourself and how you've actually contributed to your current existence and your current experiences. Okay, so the beauty about soul alignment is that once you're aware of what these choices are, it's not for someone else to now come and tell you how you're supposed to interpret that. It's really tapping into that knowingness of this is who I am and this is how I should show up in my life. It's not about focusing on what you or on what you do or what you don't do. We don't do that. We're not bringing judgment into this space, okay? It's really allowing yourself to connect to your spirit, and whatever choice feels aligned to your divine nature, you take that action. And the only way to know if that is aligned to your true soul's divine nature is through the results you create in life. So, if at all the choices that you've been making are just creating more dysfunction, more lack for yourself, chances are you're actually going against your divine nature. So, soul alignment is really connecting to who you are so that now giving you the practical steps of how you can start embodying your true self going forward. Now you start taking control of the kind of circumstances that you're trapped into experience. You'll also get to heal with the Akashic Records by setting the intention to energetically clear all these karmic experiences from your blueprint. Remember that all your past life choices are still imprinted in your blueprint, and they make you an energetic match to the people and the circumstances that you've created in your life or you've attracted in your life thus far. So it's soul relevant. It's really clearing that energetic blueprint so that going forward, you're no longer an energetic match to that. But again, taking personal responsibility, because if you go back to doing the things that you've always done, guess what? You create the same patterns within your blueprint, which is not what you want. Okay. It's a beautiful modality for anyone who doesn't know what the Akashic Records are. The Akashic Records are basically an energetic or spiritual database that, again, exists in the fifth dimensional aspect of ourselves. And it's an energetic database where you can actually access any information that you can think of about your past life patterns, your consequences, the choices you made in your past life, the choices you're making right now, and all of that. You can actually tap into that with the Akashic Records. And Akashic Records are available to each and every one of us. But they always reflect back your intention to you. So remember that regardless of whatever modality you're using to tap into that, the intention that you have while going into the Akashic Records will determine the kind of results or the kind of feedback you'll get from those Akashic Records, okay? So one might ask, why do I need to align with who I'm supposed to be? Basically, when you uncover your soul's divine nature, okay, and who you're supposed to be, the beauty about this modality is that you develop a beautiful, unshakable understanding of who you are. Okay, so it's no longer looking at the people around you and trying to be something that you're not, but actually understanding that, hey, this is the unique contribution that I have to bring to the world. That is my divine gift. Not trying to be something that you're not, which is how we create a lot of these negative karmic experiences that you're experiencing right now. We're trying to be something that we're not, or we're being forced into being something that we're not, based on how society is conditioning us, based on how our parents have conditioned us, based on even our friends. You know, when you compare yourself to maybe a friend who's created a beautiful experience for themselves, based on them aligning to their true divine nature, and then you try do the same thing and follow their path. And once you do that, you just hear crickets for yourself. So if you've ever done that and you're wondering, like, why am I not getting the kind of, successful results that my friend or this person has tapped into, chances are whatever choices you're making are going against who you were designed to be. So it's really developing this unshakable belief of this is who I am. This is how I'm supposed to be showing up in the world, and not letting society influence that for you. But also, once you understand your unique part, it will also help you for you to understand the people around you better, especially if you're able to get or book a reading for your loved ones, your partners, your children. If you can book a reading for them to truly understand why they also show up in the way they do, it can really help you develop a deep level of love and acceptance for themselves, because now it's not about you imposing your will on them, right? You'll just see them. This is how they're supposed to be showing up in the world, not you trying to manipulate them or get angry anytime they go against your expectations, but really celebrating them for also tapping into their own divine nature. Because most of us are actually embodying our soul level characteristics on a daily basis. We're just unconscious of that. It's who we are. It comes to us so naturally. But when society starts looking at you and start imprinting the ideologies on you, most people want to hide their gifts and they're made to feel wrong. So once you understand who you are and want the people around you and really tapping into full acceptance, full love of yourself and of them, it will be a beautiful way for you to create a path to abundance and success for yourself and for the people around you, but allowing people to tap into and be who they were supposed to be. That is basically soul alignment with quantum flow. Quantum flow is an embodiment mechanism which offers your transformational experience because it helps you rewire your nervous system and restore you back into balance within your body, within your mind, within your mental, your emotional health, your spiritual well-being, your energetic well-being. It works on different areas of your life, not just one. By rewiring your nervous system and clearing the deep-seated trauma, the deep-seated wounds, the emotional blockages that you've carried all the way from childhood that have actually kept you stuck in a past version of yourself that you no longer want to be, okay? By doing quantum flow, by the way, is a lifestyle. It's not a one time and boom, you actually release all these patterns. Remember, you've built up your patterns for a very long time. So quantum flow is a lifestyle that you need to embody. And you can do that by booking more than one session and getting to tap into different practices that you can tap into on a daily basis. But trust me that every time you do this, you're releasing something that is not aligned with your true nature. What quantum flow does is that it helps you now come back to who you were supposed to be, your natural state, your soul's natural state. And that happens with time, the more and more you tap into quantum flow. So you've had a beautiful experience with our meditation. That was just a minute experience of what quantum flow is. It's so much bigger than that. Okay. So if you're curious about this, I'm inviting you to go deeper with me by connecting to me. You can scan the QR code and connect to me. You can either book a discovery call with me and just check if any of these modalities are a fit for you, or and how they can actually help you gain clarity and confidence and live in alignment with your true self and manifest your highest potential. Okay. So book a discovery call with me, or if you just want to connect with me on Facebook or Instagram, you can also message me there. Through the code, you'll find the links to all of that. And also, I'm going to be leaving the links to all of that in the description box of this video. Okay. So I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts on this live today and everything I've spoken about. And yeah, let's love, let's support, let's create this beautiful space for each other to grow and evolve and aim to be better each and every day. Okay, so thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and also click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any time we go live out here or any kind of postings that I do. Okay, so thank you and enjoy the rest of your week.